Okay, Insane Sam here, and I'm going to take you to my top 10 favorite Route 66 drive-in restaurants. For this video, I had to distinguish between drive-ins and regular restaurants. When I was a kid, drive-ins were food stands where customers drove up and you ordered from an outdoor window. Sometimes they had car hops that either come to your car or you ordered through a little speaker system. Some places had roller skating chicks who came out to your car to take your order there. Now I know I'm dating myself here, but when I was a young kid, McDonald's was a drive-in with no indoor seating. Now there aren't too many drive-ins around anymore. There's places that started as drive-ins then added indoor seating. Then there are other drive-in style places that have always had indoor seating, and those still qualified for drive-ins on this list. So let's get going. My number 10 best drive-in restaurant on Route 66 is the Snowcapped Drive In in Selignan, Arizona. This is probably the most sought-out roadside burger joint on Route 66. It's a snapshot from the past and a fun stop-off. It's been known for decades as a place where the owners play practical jokes on the customers. It's a big destination for bikers, as well as folks in hot rod and classic car shows. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Hey, number 9 is Waylon's Cuckoo Burgers in Miami, Oklahoma. Waylon's Cuckoo Burgers has a distinctive cuckoo bird popping out from the front of the building like a cuckoo clock. Now I may not be popping out from a clock, but at least I'm a bird, and a lot of people think I'm cuckoo. Now Waylon's has been serving burgers since 1961. Make sure you get the biggest burger they have because the regular size is kind of small. This is the last surviving outlet of the Cuckoo Burger chain. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along? I won't do anything wrong. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, won't you please take me along for a ride? Hey, number 8 is the Launching Pad Drive-In in Wilmington, Illinois. The launching pads were the Gemini Giant stood for years, but until just a little while ago, the restaurant was closed. It's reopened and it's a great place. The last time I was there, they didn't have a full menu online, but what they had was great, especially great chocolate shakes. They also have a really neat Route 66 and Rock and Roll Museum in there. Once food gets fully online there, this place is going to jump up several spots in my top 10, I'm sure. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Okay, number 7 is the Doghouse Drive-In in Albuquerque. They've been serving hot dogs there on Route 66 for over 60 years. They give you a foot-long split dog and you can get either green or red chili if you want it. They also have hamburgers, french fries, milkshakes, all the other drive-in stuff you want to get. Now this place has been famous because it was featured on the TV shows Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. All right, number 6 is the Rich and Creamy in Joliette, Illinois. This is a classic, old-timey ice cream stand. Got a statue of the Blues Brothers on the roof. Seems like every place in Joliette has statues of the Blues Brothers somewhere. Anyway, this place has been run by the same family for generations. All you can get is ice cream and soft drinks there. They have very limited outside seating, no inside seating. Now, one of the fun things if you go see to the Rich and Creamy is go down the street just 100 yards or so and you'll see Dick's on 66, which is a towing company that has a really elaborate facade with old cars and Route 66 memorabilia and stuff. And Dick is an absolute hoot. Plus, he grew up with the guy who runs the Rich and Creamy. So the thing to do is to go get an ice cream cone, go down and knock on the door and introduce yourself to Dick. He's got a million stories to tell and you'll just laugh all afternoon. 1, 2, 3, oh! Check out Mr. D. 3, 4, 5, oh! Look at him jive, Mr. D, Mr. D, Mr. D, Mr. D, Mr. D. Okay, here we are at Mr. D's in Kingman, Arizona. They got good chili in there, which is why I got this chili pepper on. They also have great hamburgers, great onion rings, great shakes, and all the other good drive-in stuff you want to get. Now, Mr. Dees is on the west side of Kingman, right where you turn to go down through the road to get to the Oatman Highway, which is one of the great Route 66 rides ever. So stop into Mr. Dees, get you a burger, some onion rings, and a shake, and head out to Oatman, Arizona on the Oatman Highway. Have a beer on tap and do the corn dog wrap. Beer on tap and do the corn dog wrap. Have a beer on tap and do the corn dog wrap. That's right, the corn dog wrap, baby. We're here at the Cozy Dog Drive In Springfield, Illinois. They claim to have invented the corn dog over 60 years ago. Now, before I went there, I'd never had a corn dog before, but I tried it and I got to admit it was pretty good. And the hamburgers and french fries and everything else there is good. They also have a bunch of old Route 66 memorabilia that's fun to see, including a whole bookshelf full of old Route 66 books. Now, if you want to see the whole corn dog wrap, go over to my playlist, Route 66 in 10 Days. Go to Day 1 and Episode 4, and you'll see me as Cozy singing the corn dog rap, baby. Have a beer on tap and do the corn dog rap. Beer on tap and do the corn dog rap. All right, number 3 is the Polka Dot Drive In Braidwood, Illinois. This place outside has statues of James Dean, Elvis, the Blues Brothers, and Marilyn Monroe. And then on the other side of the building, they got some statues of the Blues Brothers over there. This is a classic hamburger joint drive-in style deal. It still has the old carports outside, but today all the seating's inside and they don't serve you out in the carports. The wallpaper in the place is old menus from the Polka Dot that show what the prices were from years and years ago, like 20 cents for a hamburger and stuff like that. And for you guys, when you go into the men's room, they got hundreds of photos of Marilyn Monroe in there. This place is just wonderful. A lot of the reasons because a lot of Route 66 places are kind of run down these days, but the Polka Dot is immaculate in there. Wonderful spot, make sure you hit it. And it's right down the street from the Gemini Giant. I got 2 tickets to paradise. Hey, what you need is 2 tickets to Ted Drew's Frozen Custard, because it's number 2 on my top 10 Route 66 drive-ins list. Ted Drew started selling frozen custard out of a truck in 1929. By 1935, it had gotten so popular he opened up a stand, and in 1941 he built a bigger, more modern place, which is the current Route 66 location. All they serve there is frozen custard. You're not going to get any hot dogs or hamburgers or anything like that. You can get a soft drink. But these things are so thick, if you turn them upside down, they won't drip out of the cup. Now, this place is such a drive-in kind of deal. Not only don't they have any interior seating, they hardly have any outdoor seating. There must be 10 windows across the front of this building, and there'll be lines at every single window for people to get frozen custard. I got to tell you what, on a hot summer afternoon, there's no place better to stop by and get some Ted Drew's Frozen Custard. This place is world famous, and when you go there, you'll see why. Okay, here we are down to number 1, and it's Henry's in Cicero, Illinois. When Bill Henry opened his hot dog business, it wasn't even a drive-in. It was a walk-up cart on a street corner in Cicero. He became so popular he built a drive-in that later was enclosed. He put his famous "It's a Meal in Itself" sign with its distinctive neon hot dog with mustard and fries to compete with the McDonald's that had opened down the street. Henry's is still going strong. From the beginning, they serve fries right on the hot dog, and they do that today. Okay, so there's the top 10 drive-ins on Route 66. Let me give you a few honorable mentions. The Boz hot dog stand in Joliette, Illinois is a tiny place. Be sure you order the all-beef dog or you'll get something that tastes something like Spam. I'm not sure this place survived the pandemic, but I like it. The Circle Inn in Cuba, Missouri has been a family-owned place since the 1950s. It's a first-rate hamburger, ice cream, and malt shop kind of place. It's been run by the same family for years and they're very nice people. I heard the place didn't survive the pandemic and I hope that's not true. The next is Dairy King in Commerce, Oklahoma. It's inside a 1925 Marathon station. This tiny place has been run as a snack shop since 1980. They have ice cream, hamburgers, and stuff like that. They also have their own homemade cookies made in the shape of the Route 66 shield with US 66 glazed into them. Bonnie and Clyde killed a guy near there, and the people at the Dairy King can tell you all about the story and tell you how to get there. And the last honorable mention goes to Emma Jean's Holland Burger in Victorville, California. This is a small place that was opened by Bob and Catherine Holland in 1947 as the Holland Cafe. It's got a national reputation. Part of the movie Kill Bill was filmed there, and it's been featured on dives, drive-ins, and diners. So there you have it, top 10 drive-ins and honorable mentions. Have fun visiting every one of them and find your own favorites.